Warning, everything in this video and on this channel is for educational purposes only. All content is intended for viewers 21 years of age and older. All acts are performed by professionals and all people shown are 21 years and older. All acts are performed under the 2018 federally legal Farm Bill here in the USA. Please do not attempt to recreate or reenact anything you see on this channel.
Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Mrs. Dank Flamingo. My name is Anna and I'm here to review a jar, so we get to add to our fun jar collection, a jar that is in stock on Lit Farm's website. It is the Black Runtz. You guys know how much I love those jars. And if you're new here, you should go check out some more jar videos because I've done a bunch. Some of them have been in a different collection. We're collecting in a different area too. But this is my collection, so very excited to add to it. I think what we'll do next is we'll go take a look at it in the light box. Let's go. Black Runtz jar from Lit Farms. It is the Supreme. I know a lot of people ask, well, what is it? We do all the jars in Supreme so far. I haven't even started the preferred line of them at all, so but I like trying the Supreme, the best of the best stuff, and when you get them in the jars they're so much stronger. So we got to open this up. Let's do it. And if you're new to opening the jars, there is a little tab there. I had to learn that from JT. All right guys, let's open this up. Let's see what the jar looks like. Yee, here's our Black Runtz jar. Look at that. They've got like that rainbow pattern all the way throughout their jar. You can see it kind of shining even on the black part, which is cool. And of course, you get a nice Pixies on the inside of the jar and it looks fantastic. Look at the bottom too. Wow. Black Runtz is no joke. It's like this super dark purple that almost looks black. We gotta look at this, you guys. This is crazy. And I love the purple strains. Absolutely love the purple strains. Okay, and then if you aren't familiar with the jars as well, there is like a little seal on the top as well as when they seal it on the outside, so you know it's going to be super fresh. It is a super strong smell too. Like, I don't know what's in Black Runtz, but it has a super strong smell. Guys, this stuff looks like incredible. It really does though. Like, I've never seen bud that looks quite like so dark. It's crazy. If you get a close-up of one of these, it looks very frosty, and it just, man, the color on this is insane. The whole nug like looks black with a little bit of like orange in there. And then we got another one. That's probably the biggest nug that I pulled, was this one right here. And then we got this one too. Wow. Looks incredible. Wow. This stuff just looks fantastic. Let's take a look at the last couple nugs that I didn't show you guys all in my hand. I mean, these ones are more mid-size, like mediums. That other one, and the first one I showed you is a little bit of a larger nug, but these ones are all, this one's kind of big here, this one here. But these other three that are in the jar are a little bit more mid-size. So you guys can get all different sizes in the jars too. I've had some smalls come through, and that's okay. Guess what? They smoke up great. I've had smalls from other places and they're super strong. Even though they're tiny, they're mighty. So if you guys get smalls, it's okay. Like, they don't have to be these huge size nugs. They're still going to get you high. So yeah, they look beautiful. They look beautiful. All right, guys, I got it spinning now. Let's snap one of these open. I think I'll snap this one. See if I can do it this time. Try to do it like Mr. Dank does it and just split it with one hand. Ooh, look at that purple in there. Looks really nice, and it's a little bit frosty on the inside. I should say it's a lot of frosty. It looks pretty frosty to me. Looking really good. All right, I think we'll do a sticky test. Hang time. All right, I broke off a piece. Sticking to my thumb. Definitely got some stickiness to it. Give it a little wiggle. Ooh, it came off after that wiggle test. Yeah, and it's, you know, it's a little sticky. It left some stuff on there. Hung on there for a little bit. So here's our last look at that jar. Man, this stuff smells strong. It looks great. It smells fantastic. So I think the next thing to do is go blaze it up. Let's go. All right, got my joint of that black Runtz packed. Just looking at the website quick before I blaze up. It is available in every single level. Now, the jar is not available at the essential level or the preferred level, but it is available at that supreme level. However, they have an ounce of it available in every tier. So, go try it out. You know, you can also get the essential. It's not the same as the jar. Get those comments sometimes. Well, it's not the same. Yeah, I know. I never said it was the same. Definitely the supreme and the jar are even slightly different just because it's cured a little bit more in the jar. So, kind of tastes gassy to me. Like, I don't get anything super, like, a big flavor coming through. It just tastes like danky. Might be like a subtle taste of something, but it's not strong, but it has a good flavor. It's just not anything like, I can't pinpoint to being fruity. It just tastes more gassy to me. So I have not read the description, but I'm going to read it to you guys now. So it is a blend of Skittles and gelato. I'm kind of surprised because there's no Runtz in it. And I would have thought that black Runtz would have had Runtz in it. So that's interesting. It's got the irresistible allure of Skittles with the creamy complexity of gelato. Maybe that's why, because maybe it's more of a subtle, like, creamy flavor. It's indica dominant. It tantalizes the senses with a symphony of flavors and aroma, reminiscent of its, basically it's what it's crossed with. And it provides an uplifting euphoria. It's definitely got a really nice fruity smell to it, though. Really nice fruity smell. Like, it's got a lemony smell to it. Yeah, it's just like creamy dankiness. I was trying to see if I would get any of that lemon taste to come through, but maybe it's very subtle, but creamy dankiness is what I get. Very smooth though. It's not super harsh. Like, it's pretty good for taste and smell. And if you guys are tuning in, thank you guys so much. I appreciate having you here. It's so fun to do these reviews, and jars are probably my favorite. It's kind of what I started with. I shouldn't say that. I did gummies more so first, and I'm still going to mix those in here and there, but I like doing the smoke more so now. I'm also carnivore, so, you know, the gummies aren't ideal for if you're on a carnivore diet, just because they have sugar in them, and, you know, I just want to stay true to that, you know. So eventually we'll have content about the carnivore diet, but yeah, I've lost over 100 pounds, and so that's why things like the gummies, I'm like, well, I will do them from time to time, but I'm not going to do them all the time, just because it's, you know, that's just something that I prefer to not have a bunch of sugar. So, and they don't really have that much sugar in it. I also don't take a full gummy a lot of times. So yeah, I mean, that's the main reason is I prefer to stick to my carnivore diet instead of having the gummies all the time. But I will mix them in because I do like them. It's definitely a different experience doing the gummies, but It's still fun. It's just to me, it's a more intense high, unless you have like the ones from Lit Farms, which do have more sativa leaning gummies, which is nice. I like that. It doesn't make me feel so groggy. And if there's a specific jar you want to see, definitely put that in the comments. We do really try to get as many jars as we can. Sometimes by the time that we get them, though, it's sold out because things go on Lit's website so quickly. But, you know, it's still fun when you can catch one and you're like, ooh, I get to talk about this one today. Yeah, another 2 jars that I really liked were probably, actually 3. Lit OG, the White Truffle, and the Cereal. All of those 3 were really, really good. Yeah, and if you guys do request one, I said, hey, like, I think we might pick that one up. I tell you, like, hey, we got this one. It might take a little bit to come out, so be patient because we work ahead a little bit, so it might be a day or 2 after that we film it that we put it out. So you guys just have to be patient. If you do request something and say, oh, that one's coming up soon, just be patient with me. And I say we because I film with Mr. Dank Flamingo. His name is JT, and we do some content together on Dankin' with the Flamingos. If you aren't subscribed to that one, please go to that one. That one's such a funny channel. Such a fun time. And we review all kinds of stuff on there, so definitely go check it out, especially if you like content that's similar to this, but it's in my opinion, it's a little bit better. This one's definitely like a nice hybrid. I'm sure the indica part will hit me, but right now I'm just totally getting a hit of sativa, and I'm like ready to go and ready to chat it up. It's fun so far. I like the black Runtz so far. I have to say, I'm still shocked that this black Runtz isn't actually crossed with Runtz. Usually most of the Runtz strains I've tried have the Runtz in them. And also, Mr. Dank Flamingo has his own channel called TheDankFlamingo. You can also head over to the Dank Flamingo Flies again. He had started that one because his original channel was in YouTube jail. So definitely go check out both channels. They will have different strains on them. So definitely check them out because his channel is back up and going, and just watch that content. It's awesome. And I always say this in Lit videos, if you're new to them, highly recommend checking them out. The jars are excellent. In fact, all of their products are pretty good. I've only had 1 or 2 that I wasn't, excited about. It wasn't something that impressed me really. And sometimes that happens, but I've tried many of their products, and they are pretty consistent in their quality and their effects. It's amazing. So, and there's really something out there for everybody. You could find something on Lit's website that you like to. So just highly recommend checking them out. Just seeing if there's anything that catches your eye. So it's nice and relaxing. Like, I'm starting to feel body high, specifically in my legs. My legs are feeling much more relaxed, so that's nice. Now, I know I'm the one who mainly does jars, but there will be a few that JT is reviewing, so feel free to go check out his channel for that reason too. Like, he might have some jars that I haven't reviewed on there, so definitely check his videos out. He's the one who got me started on this review channel and showed me the way, kind of, so I give him a lot of credit, and I'm just happy to be here and, you know, doing it together with him. So it's fun. Yeah, and if you're new to lit, the jars I would put up there, like the Supreme jars, are like the top-notch stuff. But then they have the preferred level underneath that and the essential level. And they also have, you know, ounces of strains. So you can get a bigger amount. But yeah, essentials kind of like their lowest level. But I've had so many essentials that I love. So highly recommend checking those out. I think some of my favorite essentials are probably the apple fritter, marshmallow, and then I also really liked the Gary Payton from them. Those are all really good essentials. I think I've got like one more hit of this. Whew. I love this jar just for the effects. Like, it's a nice hybrid, and I'm a little bit surprised that it said more indica leaning, just because I feel more of like the sativa side. Maybe it affects people a little bit differently, or maybe, you know, later I'll start to feel more into couch, you know, as they say. So I really like it just for the balance of the effects. I think it's a very smooth, like, creamy, danky taste. And you know, for that, I would definitely rate the taste as like a 8.5 for gassy strains. I think it's good. For the smell, man, the smell smells so good. It's like such a good, like, lemony taste. I think that I would give an 8.9. It's a really good smelling strain. And I don't think I rated the effects, but the effects I would put up there for like a nice hybrid like this, I would give it like a 9.2. It's a nice balance. A lot of times I feel like with the hybrids, I can see myself leaning way more on one side versus the other. And this one's kind of right in the middle for me. It's something I love during like the daytime. So yeah, I really like this one. Overall, you know, I think score-wise, I would probably give it like an 8.6. It's a really solid strain. Yeah, and I love the jar design too. So highly recommend going to Lit's website and using our code DankFlamingo to save you some money on it. I mean, it's only $25 right now, so definitely go check that out and get yours today before it is sold out. So that's this video, and thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day.